Hello again, folks, and welcome to a new Let's Play. This is the Bard's Tale trilogy, or it will eventually be the entire trilogy. I'm going to play through the first Bard's Tale. Now, what is the Bard's Tale? The Bard's Tale is one of the classic dungeon crawlers from 1985. This is a more modernized and far easier to find and run version off of GOG. In addition, by the way, the ARPG, that the Resnarkled edition and whatnot, actually comes with the Bard's Tale trilogy with it, so that's neat. But I'm more interested in just playing through the Bard's Tale 1 right now. But yeah, it was originally released in 1985, as known as Tales of the Unknown, and then it also had two sequels, The Destiny Knight and The Thief of Fate. Now, I am going into this pretty much completely blind, and I only am going to use this one website, bardstaleonline.com, for extreme needs of stuff, like how certain classes play, what attributes do what, and if I get extremely lost, then I will also use one of their maps if I need to. So, Volume 1. What is Legacy Mode? I think that's more classic. I just want to see. Play the game like it played in the 80s. Auto map is disabled. Full experience rewards as removed. Damn. Individual inventory. Miscellaneous game differences, such as, oh god, special slot for monsters only. No archery. No item charges. Instead, items have a small chance to just disappear. 8-slot inventory. Jesus. Wine skins only available in BT3. Rogue identifying items only available in BT3. Items and spells adjusted to match each game. Games also have specific songs. And I can use unencrypted... Oh, right. This was also on the Commodore 64. No items in empty houses. Save at guild only. Yeah, there's a lot of quality of life things that happened between 85 and, today. That said, there's definitely an interesting sort of a challenge mode, play the OG as the OG was intended to. Start a new game. Yep. You can minimize damage by killing off all but one. Okay. The song I sing will tell the tale of a cold and wintry day. When evil fled and brave men bled, the Dark One came to stay. A tale of castle walls and torches halls, and a price men had to pay. Till men of old of blood and gold had rescued Skara Brae. Volume 1. Tales of the Unknown. The legend of Skara Brae. Long ago in the land of Kaith, when magic still prevailed, the evil wizard Mangar the Dark threatened a small but harmonious town called Skara Brae. Overnight, all the town's militiamen disappeared, and Mangar froze the surrounding countryside with a spell of eternal winter, totally isolating it from any possible help. As evil creatures oozed into the sewers to join Mangar's shadow crusade, the future of Skara Brae hung in the balance. And who was left to resist? Only a handful of unproven young warriors, some junior maid magic users, a couple of bards barely old enough to drink, and a few out-of-work rogues. You are the leader of this ragtag group of freedom fighters. Luckily, you have a bard with you to sing your glories, if you survive, for this is the stuff of legends. And thus, the story begins. Yeah, this is... a lot of people do the whole horny bard thing and whatnot, and, considering that kind of started back in the Canterbury Tales, I believe it was, by Geoffrey Chaucer. I do love the concept of the bard as a storyteller above all else. That said, goddamn if Chaucer didn't ruin the bard. As you enter the guild, you catch the eye of the guild master. Well met, brave adventurer, but you have come in the most dire of times. The evil wizard, Mangar, has cursed our town with this blizzard, and the streets are overrun with all manner of evil miscreants. You must help us defeat Mangar. In this guild, you will find many skilled warriors and mages that would join you in this quest. When your party is ready, set out into town. Be sure to visit Garth's shop in the north and equip yourself for battle. He has the finest weapons and armor in Skara, Brae, and indeed is the only shop brave enough to open these days. The city has an abundance of temples that are open night and day to heal your wounds, and I believe Roscoe is still doing good business restoring magic points for your mages. And when your bard gets thirsty, be sure to visit one of the many inns and taverns. The Scarlet Bard, to the south, has the best selection in town. Now I bid you good day and good luck in your quest. The guildmaster smiles and returns to what he is doing. Thou art in the Guild of Adventurers. Ah, man. So I did play maybe about 5 hours or so just wandering around when I had first got this game back in like 2020. So not everything is knowledgeable to me. They do have a team of adventurers already here, and we can have up to 7 with us. But we're not going to use any of those pre-made people. We're going to create some new members. Let's see. I think I'm going to use some of my Casto characters that I really like using. We're going to start with a... Okay. We're going to start with a dude. Now, give me a quick second to find the thing about the classes and races. Here we are. So, humans. They are terribly average. The jack of all trades. They can be any class whatsoever in the game. While possibly being of hardier stock, this character is nonetheless like you or me. I always love that when it comes to fantasy games. Patterned after the Tolkien elf, the elf is slight of build, frequently taller and nimbler than the human, and very inclined to magic. So, elves are gifted with a higher intelligence, and they are able to play as a warrior, paladin, rogue, bard, monk, conjurer, and magician. Trust me, there is a difference between conjurers and magicians. There's the dwarf. Dwarven people are short and stout, extremely strong and healthy, but not amazingly intelligent, i.e. excellent fighters. They have a higher strength and constitution, best suited for being warriors, paladins, rogues, bards, hunters, and monks. The hobbits. Yes, the hobbits. Use the name and all. Slightly smaller than dwarves, but are nimble and dexterous, just the right makeup for a rogue. They have a higher speed and luck skill. Yes, luck is a skill. And they can play as a warrior, rogue, bard, monk, conjurer, and magician. Half-elf. Crossbreeds are unusually blonde and fair-skinned like elves and get some added size and strength from their human ancestry. Part human, best of both worlds apparently. They can play as a warrior, rogue, bard, monk, conjurer, and magician. There's a half-orc. An orc is a large goblin-like creature that often found working for evil wizards. The half-orc, being half-human, is not quite as despicable as his orc parent, but you wouldn't want to date one. They are tough, but incredibly stupid. Part human, boasts a really high strength, can play as a warrior, rogue, hunter, conjurer, or magician. And then the gnome. Gnomes closely resemble dwarves, but have less hair and even shorter tempers. They're also more magically inclined as a rule. High intelligence, but not very robust. Nimble and intelligent creatures. They can play as the warrior, rogue, hunter, monk, conjurer, and magician. I think you all know who this guy's going to be. Now, for the classes, we have the warrior. Very base fightery type sort of dude. Can use every weapon and every armor. And for every 4 levels of experience, they get an extra attack ability in combat, which is pretty neat. We got the rogue. Fighters who... Nope, that's the wrong one. Professional thief with so-so combat ability. Rogue can hide in shadows, search for traps, and disarm them. Without a rogue, your party will pay very dearly for the booty it wins. So, rogues, from what I had tried, have an ability to hide, and when they do, they can then basically sneak attack for an additional load of damage. Let's see, there's the Hunter, an assassin, a mercenary, a ninja. A hunter can use most weapons, has the ability, which grows with experience, to do critical hits in combat. To attack. I love the additional things they have here. I.e. to attack a nerve center or other vital area and instantly kill an opponent. That's pretty damn good. A really good skill. And if I recall, they do have some magic to them. Monk, martial artist, an almost inhuman fighting machine trained to fight without weapons or armor. The monk can use them, but at higher levels particularly, often does better without. Now, when they say that, they really mean that, because like every 2 levels, the damage that you do unarmed as a monk doubles. So from 1 to 2, you do like 4 damage, from 3 to 4, 8, 5 to 6, 16, so on and so forth. Until like higher levels where you're doing something like 25 to 30 damage. Insane. Conjurers. Conjurer deals in the physical creation manifestation of real things, like fire, light, and healing. Let me take a quick look at their spell list, though, just to get a better idea of what it is that the Conjurer does. They can summon flames, zap traps, freeze foes, battle skills, which increases members' abilities with weapons, word of healing, so could very well be our healers. Yeah, would be a good idea to have one of these guys, if only because, you know, there's something of a healer. And then we have the Magician. Another of the 4, Mages deal with magic as it affects physical objects, enchanting a sword, making armor stronger, making a dungeon wall disappear. And for a list of their effects, press buttons. Yeah, they are enchanters at best. They can do things like make it so as your members' hands or weapons are more deadly, enchant an area so as they can travel better towards some stairs, increase armor and whatnot. It's a good plethora of stuff. But again, this is what the gnome can do. And yeah, we're playing this gnome as a warrior. Probably not best of ideas. And yes, this sets everything. Strength is physical power and chiefly affects the amount of damage a character can do to an opponent in hand-to-hand combat. Make sure your fighting characters are strong. Intelligence is mental power. High intelligence will enable your magic users to get bonus spell points. So, more intelligence, more mana, more or less. Dexterity. Dexterity. Measures agility and nimbleness. A high score makes your characters harder to hit and helps them strike the first blow in combat. So, makes them so they are dodgier and makes it so as they will strike faster. Constitution measures healthiness. Takes more damage to kill a creature or character with a high constitution score. This is reflected in bonus hit points, the character's lifespan. So yeah, the more constitution, more health. Luck. An ambiguous attribute as it has a number of unseen effects on gameplay. For example, lucky characters are more likely to resist evil magic and avoid nasty traps. And then of course your hit points. Current status is shown in the status bar, followed by the current maximum potential. Now, for a fighter, we are more than likely, no duh, going to want a really good fighter. Strength and constitution. Just double checking here if there's anything else I need to know about, particularly no. Yeah, just increase strength and constitution as best as I can. Might be a little bit harder because I'm a gnome. Especially seeing as they're apparently not very robust. theoretically, if I really wanted to optimize this character, I would kind of hand wave the fact that they're a gnome. Go with a dwarf. Do I want to do that? I think I'm gonna do that. Just a slight little bit of optimization. Yeah, you can already tell the difference here. Oh. 18 strength. I wonder if it's possible to get 16. 18, 16, 15. I'm just watching strength and constitution. I would want a strength of 18. That's pretty good. Oh, that was a lot of hit points. 29 hit points to start that. Mind you that this first video is pretty much going to entirely be character creation. So, yeah. And that's some lucky hit point rolls, though. No. Ah, damn. That constitution wasn't only a 10. Because we're gonna get more... Oh. That hit points kind of sucks, though. It kind of blows when you roll, like, really well with constitution, but the hit points end up being absolute poop. Or you get a low constitution, and then your hit points end up being like 30. God, I'm getting flashbacks of playing Wizardry for the PlayStation 2. That's pretty alright, I won't lie. That's pretty decent strength. I think that's the highest strength we can get. Plus that dexterity is pretty good. That constitution is eh. But that starting hit points. Heck it. Oh, I should have just went with that. Nope, that would have been really bad. Okay, 17, 17, 26. I do wonder what is the max hit points that we can start with in this game, though. Mind you, too, then we're more than likely going to have, like, super baby strats when it comes to the first few levels of the game. You know what I'm talking about. A little bit of grinding, a little bit of murdering everything. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. I'm willing to take that. 18, 14 dexterity, because I do want a higher dexterity just so as we have a chance to hit shit. Yeah, we'll take that. And then we have our portraits, which I think are all kind of redone from the... Oh, nope. Are redone from the OG art. That's bestiary. Oh, yeah. We also do have a manual. So if there's anything we need to know, all of it's in here. Ooh, capable of becoming a geomancer. I'll get into that later. We're gonna go with this. This dude is gonna be Darius, the Beast. Awesome, good start. And that only took... Where's my timer? That only took 20 minutes. Alright, create new member. We're gonna make female. It's gonna be whom tough but incredibly stupid. Kind of hurts when they say shit like, oh, they're tough, but they're incredibly stupid. We're actually gonna go gonna go half elf. A half health. Oh no, not the half elf. I wanted to make this person a hunter. In which case, elf? How can an elf not be a hunter? You're pulling my leg. Well, I had another character in mind anyways, too. We're gonna make this one a paladin. Paladins are fighters who have sworn to abstain from all evil and to uphold honor and purity in all places. They can use most weapons and some that no other fighters can. They get multiple attacks at higher levels. They also have a greatly increased resistance to evil magic. So yeah, gonna make this person a paladin. So they have a higher luck. And we probably want to keep it so as they have a higher luck. If only just so as we can, you know, watch them just kind of shrug off any evil attacks. Now anyone that... No, it wasn't... Which one was it? I won't lie, a lot of my characters end up being humans, simply because I like fantasy humans because they have that potential to be literally anything that they want to be, or you want them to be. But yeah, as these guys are also going to be fighter types. I want to say that they're yeah, nope, that's a pretty good one. Their max strength might end up being 16. Or 17. Oh, those hit points suck, though. That luck sucks. That's a little bit better. God, where's that 29 hit points coming from? Stop it. I mean, continue doing it. But do it when, you know, some of the other stats don't suck. This may take a bit. In case you didn't notice. I don't think it's anywhere near as... painful, I want to say. Oh, that's some good hit points. Just over Darius's. Come on. Give me some decent hit points. Strength. Oh boy. Okay, I think I might have to take this one. 16 or 17 is the highest we've seen so far for strength. That's a all-right constitution. That luck is pretty good, and those hit points. It's always hard to say, hey, those hit points aren't that bad. Okay, that's he's gonna be part of the front line, is the thing. So, the way I remember this working is that the first 4 characters on the top of your list, they're the ones that are going to get hit first from melee attacks. Everyone else has less chance of getting hit unless there's a ranged attack or magic happening. And, yeah, to that end, you kind of want your front line to have as much hit points as you can possibly get them to have. That said, I'm really wishing that we had an ability to store hit points and whatnot. See, looking at the male paladin does not really look paladin-y. But then again, I'm looking at this as more of a staff than I am a sword. Let's see. Experienced paladin. By the way, some of these, straight up some of the monsters that you'll fight in the game, Thief, old man, orcs, elder dudes, giants, death giants. I don't think anything here is, like, spoiler-y. Like, oh, you're gonna face warriors in the game, guys. Spartans? Just, you gotta love these old games where it's like, ah, yes, this setting, you will also fight Spartans and priestesses in the same areas as you fight Mongols and samurai. Oh, damn. Geomancer looks badass. Familiar. Umpire. Alright. I think I might just go with the... I might just go with the male paladin. All the way up here. And this one, though it does not look like it, would be Talos. Windblade. Cool. More members. Let's see. Trying to remember all the characters I used to have. Because there was a male elf. So I make this one a hobbit. Make him into a rogue. Now, rogues are probably going to want a higher dexterity, which is probably why we make them into a hobbit. Look at that dexterity. 27 health, god damn. No, we'll go with that. I'm gonna select a different roguey looking individual. Assuming we have one. Not too many great roguey looking dudes, I guess. I'll go with this thief. London. Still move. I don't think I won him in the front, but he's got a higher AC just from a higher dexterity. So, there's that. Alright, who else do I got? I got 4 more, sorry. New member. Go with a half-orc. Assassin, mercenary, ninja. Would it make sense to have multiple just warriors? I don't know if it makes sense to have multiple warriors. Is warriors just warriors? That said, the ability to become a ninja, that puts another character in my head, which unfortunately does not fit with the racial limitations. Let's go ahead and go hunter. $16, $16, $18, $15. I believe the hunter should be able to wield pretty much all the weapons that a warrior can. If not, I can push him back like one row and all that jazz. God, why do your hit points gotta suck with some of these rolls? The hit point sucking is the part that sucks the most. I should have used that previous one. Actually, this is pretty good spread. 16, 15, 17, 29. Yeah, we'll use that one. And of course, because they do not have a great plethora of orcish-looking individuals. Oh, we should have gone Berserker for Darius. Ah, well. God. That's apparently a gnome warrior for you. Yeah, we'll go with this brute. And he will be called Gro Clunk. Alright, we're now in the back row, so we can start making other party members. This will be a dude. Human. We're gonna make you into a conjurer. Now, as a conjurer, we want them to have a higher intelligence so that they can cast more spells for all their spell points. 29 hit... Them 29 hit points is always tempting. Just means better survivability, but... survivability is good. Preferably, I would want a higher intelligence and dexterity when it comes to these characters in the back row. Why would you want that, Garth? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because if they have a higher intelligence, more mana or spell points, higher dexterity, higher AC, less chance of getting hit. Oh, 25, 23, that's pretty good, but your intelligence sucks. Irksome as it is. I know that it's probably best to have Elf as a mage character, simply because they're higher intelligence. But here's the thing. I don't want to do that with this character. Or do I? Conjurer. I'm not seeing much of an increase of that intelligence. Or maybe I'm just rolling poorly for intelligence. Good chance of that. Okay, 16. I'm not happy with 15 hit points, but again, they're going to be in the back, so... Let's see, we are going to make you look... God, you gotta love how all the mages, all the dude mages in this have that look of... Actually, wait. Testing something really quick. Female elf conjurer. Okay, yeah, re-rolls. Heck. I guess when you do change, for some reason, I don't think that there is any sort of differences between genders, as far as I know. Oh, right. Each of these do have a base that is then changed based off. Yeah. This is their bases. And as you can see, a gnome across the board is actually considerably low except for intelligence. Elf is 9. Okay, so on average, Elf is better intelligence on all stats, but you want that intelligence, you're gonna go for the gonna go for that gnome. Still, you gotta love rolling a pretty damn high intelligence and rolling like 10 for spell points or vice versa. Okay. 16, 24. My constitution sucks, but... did I really have an... I don't think I actually had a name for like a, I don't think I actually had a female elf healer. Let's go with this geomancer, though. I don't know. Lilia Willowshore. I don't typically do a lot of elfy characters, so... Alright. I say that, but then another character of an elf variety pops in my head. Let's see. So we're probably going to want to make a conjurer. Someone who is going to pretty much just blast things from the back. I'm gonna make this one a gnome. Again, what was the base for a gnome? Not compatible. Wait a minute, where's the base racial attributes? There. Base is 10 for a gnome. Oh. Also, it does go into full descriptions. Makes harder hit, helps them strike the first blow. Constitution is reflected in bonus hit points. Does it show a chart? It does show a chart. Sorta. It just shows their statuses and whatnot. Being hit means that they flash red. If they're regenerating, they flash yellow. They're poisoned, they're green. And dead characters can be revived at a temple. Anyways. So the base 10. It is 3d6 drop lowest, right? When generating characters. Yeah, anyone looking at this and thinking to themselves, man, this looks like a weird tabletop system. That's because it kind of is, if only because it is based off of advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which means we're dealing with the likes of Thaco. I think that 23 might be the best that we've come across so far. Which sucks because that intelligence isn't that great, but screw it. You know what? I'll live with 17 intelligence. Maybe I won't. We'll see how that goes. Chronomancers, Geomancers. You gotta love of all these evil looking dudes and whatnot. There's no dudettes. Go with this Female Wizard. Do I have a gnomish name? I don't really make a lot of gnomes these days. It's mostly been like Darius is like the one gnome I made, and no gnome since. Give me a moment. So because OBS flippin' hates me, it didn't get the last bit of me doing Poppy Lightrock, which is our gnome magician. No, I did not go to the fancy name generator. I went to the thievesguild.cc. They also have name generators there. A lot of other D&D based things. But I was going into my last character, which is a human bard because apparently those are quintessential for most any adventure whatsoever. What is it that bards do? I went over this, I'll go back over it again. Bard is a wandering minstrel. He is always seen with a tankard of ale in front of him, even the less reputable of taverns. The rowdier the better. Most bards are warriors who have given up the art of war for the art of magical music. This doesn't mean that they have forgotten how to handle warrior weapons, but because they're not true warriors, bards don't get the advantage of extra attacks during combat. Their magic is so unique it is also almost impossible to survive without one. Any true bard has a variety of tunes on their lips, though to play them they must have an instrument equipped in a healthy voice. When the going gets tough, the bard goes drinking. Yes, that is very specific, but there's a reason for that. Because the bards play music. They need a musical instrument equipped. They can play in combat or during explanation with different effects. Exploration. They can play as many tunes as they have experience levels before their throat gets dry. Then you need to go to the tavern to get them a drink to rejuvenate their voice. Yeah. A song played as the party is exploring is long-lasting, continues into combat, and remains after the party returns, even if other songs were being played. So pretty much, if the bard's in your party, if their voice is still good, they're doing one thing and one thing only. Barding. Singing. La 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 la. Some bard songs can be played multiple times in combat, stacking the effect. Bard song's strength varies with the bard's level. Only one bard tune can be played at any time outside of combat. If another one is played, the first one disappears. And of course, new created bard will only have a handful of them. Songs determined by the current volume being played. Volume being Bard's Tale 1, 2, and 3, not like the volume of the sound. And we'll get other ones later on. Now, I was having a little bit of a problem because I had a character name in mind. But the problem lies in the fact that I do not remember his last name. It was like Terry Good something. Terry, like, it was an emphasis on the fact that he was a good guy. I really wish I recalled right now. We'll call him Terry the Swift for now. There we go. Terry the Swift. And that's our party. Also, we can click our characters to look at them individually, which is neat. Yeah, I rolled pretty damn well, which, hell yes. Bards have songs. Go figure. Tell them to stop singing. Ancient elven melody, which will heal the bard's wounds during traveling and heal the party's wounds during combat. Alkentin's Fury, which makes it so as the party does more damage, making them go into berserker rage. Laclarin increases protection against spell casting. Seeker's Ballad, produce light when exploring and during combat will increase the party's chance of hitting a foe with a weapon. Pretty good, because you will miss. Trust me. Traveler's Tune makes the members of the party more dexterous and thus more difficult to hit. And Wayland's Watch soothes your savage foes, making them do less damage in combat. Pretty neat shit. Poppy Light Rock has a spell list of Steel Light Spell? Yeah. Causes metal near the party to glow with magical light, illuminating the surrounding area for them dark areas. Scry Sight. Walls themselves speak under direction of the spell, revealing the spellcaster their location in the labyrinth. The spell works even as in areas resistant to magic. Air Armor makes it so as the spellcaster binds itself into a weightless suit of armor. Quick Fix, which is a quick healing spell, 8 hit points to a character. And then Vorpal Plating, which makes it so as a character does additional damage, which is neat. The Willow Shore, which is our conjurer. Did I get that mixed up? I think I somehow got that messed up. For some reason I did. Magicians are the enchanter people. The conjurers are the actual damage dealers. I got nothing. Mage Flame. A small mobile torch will appear and float above the caster as they travel. Another light spell. Trap Zap. Disarm any trap within 30 feet. The direction of the party is facing. Will also disarm traps in chests. So that indicator there, the 30... Yeah, that's 30 feet. Arc Fire. A fan of blue flames which shoot from the caster's fingers, doing 1 to 4 points of damage to a select opponent times the caster's level. So level 2, that becomes 2 to 8. Level 3, that becomes 3 to 12, so on and so forth. And Sorcerer's Shield, which puts a shield over her, turns aside many blows that would otherwise hit them. We don't have an inventory either, but that is our party. We can, at this point, choose... Oh, we can choose another portrait. Oh, hell yeah. It ain't too late for Darius to look more akin to how I originally imagined him way back in the day. Berserk gear. Alright. We can also rename them, save the party. We'll save the party to the roster. There we go. And, that's pretty much that part. We can now enter the city proper. You have stepped out into the town of Skara Brae for the first time. Would you like a quick tutorial on the controls? Sure. Use WASD to move around the town, or the cursor keys. You can also left-click on the game view to move around. Hold down right-click on the mouse, or right mouse on the game view. You can look around to take in the view. There is a pause button at the top left of the screen. Game gives you access to graphics, audio, and game settings, as well as saving and loading. Because this is the 2019 edition, we can basically save anywhere. Just so you know. There's an action button on the top right of the game that will drop down to a ribbon of actions to choose from. These actions are not usable during game events. So this is pretty much where you can be all like, hey, where am I on the map? Or I want to play a bard song or use an item, so on and so forth. You can change the speed that combat messages scroll by, pressing the greater than and less than keys, or by adjusting the slider in the game menu. Actually, that's good to know because I like being able to read what happens. Pressing 1 and 7 lets you view the stats of your character, of your party members. If you left click and drag your mouse on one of the party members, you can change their position in the party. Only the first 4 character slots can be hit by enemy melee attacks. Bear that in mind. You should try to keep a character slot free so that you can summon creatures or allow roving monsters to join your party. Below the game view, totals your party's gold and inventory items are shown. Remember, this is the newer edition, so everyone's able to carry up to a total of 40 total items, and then you gotta start dropping shit. Any item that is not equipped by a character will go into the communal inventory and is accessible through any character's inventory screen. That is all. Go now and stop Mangar. Yeah, the game literally just dumps you in here. From here, we can turn on and off our little auto map, or we can do this cool thing. This is the original map that came with the game back in 85. And like, they let you see this shit. Where you are right now? I don't freaking know where I am right now. I think, let's see, churn. Oh, hey, a singular dwarf. You face death itself in the form of one dwarf. Fight bravely. And we can either use the keyboard to attack, attack, or cast spells. Fire Arc on Dwarf. But seeing as the back row doesn't have any ranged weapons, we just gonna defend. There we go. Yeah, it's not that bad. Only Growclunk took any damage that time. And we can wander into buildings. Sometimes we'll find shit. Sometimes we'll find a random encounter. Now what we want, though, is to come into Armory. Where is the music? Hold up. Where is the music? I know that there was music. Oh well. Equipment shop. Hello, Garth. Put it on, Wayne. Now we're going to want to purchase stuff. It does show us the amount of damage that each of the different weapons do. And how much it changes what we currently do with those characters. So, for example, Darius the Beast. I want to give him a War Axe, because that's just how I roll with him. For armor, we can give him some pretty beastly stuff, but for the moment, we're not really rolling in the money, so we're just going to give him some chainmail. Helmets also increase armor, so I want that, as do gloves. We're going to get him some gauntlets, just because. Now, Talos. Talos, I'm going to get a broadsword. I think Halberd is actually like the best weapon. So I'll probably give that over to Growclunk when I can. Another chainmail. Gauntlets, helm. Oh yeah, can you use a buckler while you have a broadsword? Is the broadsword two-handed? I don't think it is. Landon, as a rogue-ish individual, does not have the same selections, but I will give him a short sword and leather armor, because can't carry those ones. Could have been a buckler, but no. Growclunk. You are being given a mace. Am I possibly purchasing all the wrong things ever? Yes. Now you, Lilia, are not proficient with any ranged weapons, which sucks. But we will give you some robes. And a staff. I suppose some gloves too. Those wouldn't hurt. Wow, I just made it so as no one in the back row could effectively attack, didn't I? Alright, well, with Terry then, I don't know if there's much any difference with the weapons. But I know I want to give him actually the ability to attack from the back. And we don't have enough money to do any of that shit. Huzzah! Alright. Now, we actually need to remember to equip this stuff. So, equipped. Oh no, it's already equipped. Okay. I was just a little bit confused because I thought it was going to not equip immediately. Anyways, so yeah. We're also going to save. Opening L1. And we want to do a little... Oh, hey, 3 mercenaries. This is probably a bad thing, honestly. But we are armed this time, so we can do more damage. Attack, attack, attack. Hide in the shadows. Cast a spell. We'll use the Fire Arc against the mercenaries. Poppy? Kind of don't have a point there. Defend. Okay. Oh no, Landon attempted to hide in the shadows, but is discovered. A little bit faster. Oh god, 9 damage. Ah, we got one of them. Well, there are 2. Yeah, there's a chance that he can be discovered while trying to hide in the shadows, and then he won't get the chance to do any of his fun shit. Aha! Slain! Look at that. 470 gold pieces and some robes. Ah, Explorer Adventurers Guild handbook here reads, explore and map every square in every maze. There are magic mouths that give hints. There are one-of-a-kind magic items and spell regeneration zones. Good maps will show you logical spots for secret doors and secret rooms, too. Yeah, now that we actually have a little bit of money again, let us buy some arrows for Terry, so that he might be able to attack from the back. Yeah, this is kind of how things go at the start of all this. Yeah, aren't you all? I forget whether or not you're equipped with anything because I ran out of money. Oh, right. We found robes. I didn't need to purchase you anything. But that is how we actually get some additional cash, so. Darius. Go for buckler. In fact, I think everyone on the front line could use a buckler. There we go. And why not? The bard could always use a harp. Alright, now that the party has actually got, weapons and armor, try to get into one more combat. Nope. 3 more mercenaries. Bring it. Alright, attack, attack, attack. Hide in the shadows. Cast a spell. Arc fire on the mercenaries. We'll have you purple plating on Talos. Ranged attack. Look at that. He can actually shoot shit. Ah, leaned in. Ah, yes. Hit for 1 damage and kill him. Well, fight bravely. Attack, 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 attack. This time I'll have you 2 defend and then you use the ranged. Yes. Oh. Crowclunk's not looking too healthy. Oh, look at that money. Making a good profit. Making a good profit, he says, knowing for a fact that he is in danger. Alright. Right. In WASD mode, Rakir Street. Where is Rakir Street? Trumpet, main, blue, gray, night, tempest. Game, how dare you? Oh, here's Rakir Street. So we started over here. Good to know. So we want to probably go up into Main Street and then to Blacksmith Street. What I want to do is try to get into the Grand Plaza because this is where there's going to be a bunch of temples where I can get some healing, theoretically. But for the now, I'm going to go ahead and call an episode here. When we return, Bard's Tale. It's a thing. It's been something I've been wanting to cover for some time. It's just that, I've had a plethora of other games and whatnot that have been on the list. The ever-growing constant list of, hey, you should play this star, you should play this star, you should play this star. It's a big list, and it only ever grows bigger. But yeah, I hope you all look forward to playing this, or to my playing this, as much as I'm looking forward to playing it myself. If you want to support the channel and follow the adventures of the Bard's Tale, consider dropping a like, following, subscribing, all that fun stuff helps out the channel immensely. Leave a comment below, shows that you're interested, which might show that other people are interested. And if you subscribe, you can see that I am going to be doing uploads 3 times a day, 6 days a week, because I have no life. And if you want to support the channel in a financial fashion, I have a ton of links down in the description below. Every little bit helps, keeps a roof over my head, food on my belly, and goes upgrading my